All right, person I'm following. So one of the people I am following right now is someone by the name of Alex Becker. Also been watching Gary Vee, but Alex Becker. And you guys might be surprised, like, Kevin, you follow Alex Becker? Hold up. If you give me the next 30 seconds, well, if you guys watch his videos, you'll know what I mean by that. But anyways, I actually found Alex through my good friend Matt Tram. His name, you might know him as Engineer Truth. He was the first one that put him on the radar for me because we were talking about digital marketers and online gurus and stuff. And to be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of his content because he recommended the get rich quick lifestyle, something that I'm totally against, by the way. Life with the Lambo in the background and stuff. But what was really interesting, so me and a few of my friends, my close friends that we talk every day, we found him again recently and we started loving his content. Why is that? Well, he actually did something pretty crazy. He actually sold his house, sold his Lambo, sold everything, got rid of everything, no furniture, no nothing. Why? Well, he's woke now. He decided to go the life of minimalism and dopamine detoxing. And these are the things that I started delving into his content. Every single night before I go to sleep or in the morning, I'll listen to that dopamine detoxing video, which I'll link somewhere in the cards or in the link below. The thing I like about Alex Becker is that he's so focused at what he does, and he's not about the quick gains. Surprisingly, what you would think by watching his content, but he focuses on being great. And how do you reduce noise to really hone in on your craft? How do you be great at a particular skill set? So I've been watching a lot of his videos, especially around minimalism and dopamine detoxing. So if you are unfamiliar with dopamine detoxing, it's this pretty much. This is the idea by restricting most of the things that make you happy or pleasurable, right? Social media, video games, prawn, gaming, or even food. You can reset your brain. This idea, it's kind of like a very simple idea of how to kind of reset your brain so that you're not so addicted to these things. And I know it sounds kind of woo-woo, so I decided to try it. Since watching his content, I've really been focused on implementing some of his suggestions as well. And so and it's really helped me focus on, like, hey, what are some assets or what's some areas of my life where I can just fast, right? Or where I can just minimalize, right? If you guys don't know, I actually downsized my apartment. This apartment is probably like 300 square feet. It looks pretty big, right? But it's really not that big because, you're not seeing the rest of it. Literally, I could probably touch my my kitchen over there, right? I'm not that far away. But it really helped me focus on fasting 3 areas of my life. And I want to share those 3 things with you. All right. First thing is food. I've been fasting with food, playing with my food choices, food timing, rather than deciding, hey, what is Kevin going to eat today? I've simplified my food choices to 9 items. I could probably simplify it even more, or I just get rid of it altogether. I've been experimenting with 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast as well. And I've been focusing on, hey, what requires the minimal amount of prep time and what is going to help fuel my brain for productivity and really taking action, keeping my energy up. I'm actually shooting this at 4:53 p.m. Normally I'm kind of drained at this time, but being able to fuel my body or not eat at all has been really helpful. I made also a hard rule not to eat until I'm done working. So, it doesn't take away the blood flow from my brain to my stomach. And when you get the itis, have you guys ever had that? Like when you eat, like, especially carbs, man, like, dude, I remember I used to eat like carbs for lunch in high school and I feel so tired. I used to fall asleep in all my classes all the time. I was a really not bad student, but I had that reputation, especially senior slump. I was senior snoozing all the time. And so I make this hard rule to not eat until I'm done. So usually I'll wake up around anywhere from 3 to 8 o'clock. It really depends on how much work I've done in the other day, how exhausted I am. And then I won't eat until I'll try not to eat until 7 or at least 3 to 7 or something like that, right? I'll eat within that window, depending. I use this app called Zero. So that's really helpful for me. The second area I've been really focused fasting is my focus, right? So I decided this week to eliminate projects that I wasn't in love with, wasn't good at, or made money for me. Those are the three things. I need to find the intersection of all three of those things for me to double down on those things. And by eliminating those things that didn't fit one of those criteria, I doubled down on the things that hit all three, which led me to three things: YouTube, kick-ass investing, and really high ticket sales. This week, I doubled down on high ticket sales, right? Double my fulfillment hours. We're going to make tons of money this week and help tons of people. I'm not a money person. I'm an impact person. Second thing, I doubled down on kick-ass investing. So I learned how to use Kartra, did set up all these emails, and I'm making the course better. I want to make it a world-class course on teaching people how to invest and make it the easiest way for people to invest. So go to kickassinvesting.com. You can even go to kickassinvesting.com/YouTube. Shameless plug. And finally, YouTube. I was really struggling with this. I was like, what am I going to do for my YouTube? I feel like I'm pulling straws, but went back to the drawing board, went back to Gary Vee, and really refined my process about how I'm going to market my YouTube channel. Third thing I'm fasting is fapping. And I know I use this word because it catches your attention, but when I say fapping, I'm talking about all media, right? Not just the hub, the P hub, right? But also talking about YouTube for pleasure. It was really weird. So I actually uninstalled YouTube on this phone. And what was really interesting about that was that I found myself opening up my phone all the time to check out Joe Rogan podcast, Stephanie Sue, these gaming channels that I check, or the hub. And it was always when I want to escape away from my work, when I want to procrastinate, when I was about to do something hard, I would always go to it. And then when it wasn't here, I was like, oh, damn, I really am addicted to this. And so it's really helped me kind of reset my brain and just focus on the hardest things first in the day so I can relax later. But, you know, when you fast so long, obviously you can't just not eat forever. You need some downtime, you need some rest. So on the weekends, usually I'll take a break from these things. But usually Mondays back to normal. So if you're new to Alex Becker, I highly suggest that you check out his video about why he sold his Lamborghini and decided to live in an apartment with nothing in it. And I suggest that you watch his Dopamine Detox video as well. Really great stuff. One thing about Alex that is really unique is that he speaks from experience. You know, his videos aren't the typical cookie cutter bullshit. He's very open about selling you. He's just like, you know what? I don't have anything to sell to beginners because I hate teaching to beginners. My end goal is to sell you 10 years down the line. It made me really think, like, for myself, I don't want to my goal is not to sell you on this video. I'm here to sell you 10 years down the line. I love that. I think playing the long-term game, you can't come into the game with the entitlement of trust. Trust needs to be built. People are just rushing the interaction too much, right? And I feel like Alex's game is like really on point when it comes to that. And also, I would definitely check out his video if you're into essentialism, minimalism, and business as well. I think you'll really enjoy his content. It's been a long time since I've found a business guru that I really enjoy, and Alex is one of them. He's kind of, if you guys get offended by like sarcasm and all that, probably not for you, but I'm really enjoying his content, so I'm pretty sure that you might enjoy his content too. I'm going to be talking about what I've been thinking recently, and this is the one thought.